Hello everybody, I am Moldy, and this is Elden Ring once again. We're gonna start this episode off by fighting a boss that I should have fought a long time ago. Because this dude is standing in the way of a side quest I want to do, and then after that there's gonna be one more loose end to tie up before we go making progress. And, yep, there he is. Magma Worm Morgott. Now, let's just maybe lock back onto him, please. There we go. Alright. Didn't want to fire off that arrow without being locked onto him because I don't trust myself enough to aim like that. And you can't aim this thing like you can with a regular bow, as far as I know, because the regular bow aiming button just happens to be the exact same button for charging the spell up to begin with. So that would probably be a problem. And while you do that, I'm gonna hit you with some of these. You're leaving yourself open there, big boy. Now, big flamey sword, huh? He's spouting his juices, and I don't want to get them juices all over me. That juice gonna hurt something fierce, because them's his flamey burning juices, and there you go. Big dead Magma Worm Morgott. Got myself Magma Worm's scale sword and a dragon heart. Fantastic. Now let's take a quick look at that sword. It should be probably up higher. No, it is not up higher. It would... yeah, there it is. Curved greatsword wielded by magma worms. The shape resembles a dragon's jaw and is covered in hard scales. It's said these land-bound dragons were once human heroes who partook in dragon communion, a grave transgression for which they were cursed to crawl the earth upon their bellies, shadows of their former selves. And that is why, well, one of the reasons that Yura, the Bloody Finger Hunter, warns against dragon communion. He does say that it is quite ruinous. Also, he was an acquaintance of Eleonora, who we fought earlier, and she just happened to do him in and was making use of dragon incantations, so that's probably another reason why. Anyway, if we touch this, we'll invade the world of Great Horned Tragoth, which is one of the Volcano Manor quests we're doing. Now, it's not a main part of their quest line, it's kind of an offshoot, and speaking of shoot, this dude's over here shooting at me while I'm trying to figure out where he is. What you using crossbows for, big boy? You got a big hammer, and you don't need crossbow power to go doing things with. Now, have a little magic sword all up inside of your facey hole. Oof, hammer. That hurts. He likes to hit you with that hammer. Big ol' hammy whammy. Oof. He knocked me clean out of the air on that one. Now, stop with the shooty shoots, and, boy, what did I just tell you? I said, in my own words, stop with the shooty shoots. I don't like getting shot, uh-oh. Very glad he didn't capitalize on my compromised position. There we go, he is dead. And now I am smart because of it. I do the smart things. And I am smart. That is erudition. And that is the murder of Great Horned Tragoth. And we got the bull goat armor. a nice little prize. That is basically Havel's armor from Dark Souls. And I also noticed I had a waypoint set on the map somewhere when I was looking up at that compass. Now, yeah, there it is, off to the east. What did I mark over there? Oh, it's the entrance to this place. Well then, let's head on back to the Volcano Manor, shall we? We've got a prize to claim. Ahoy, Patches, I did the thing you gave me.
Again. Welcome to Patches Emporium.
The request is done.
You hunted down Tragoth?
That I
Are you
did.
certain?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's quite all right. Fine work indeed. I'll give Tanith the news. Have some rest, by all means.
Okay,
Cheers for
then.
that.
Yep. Cheers for doing what I told you to do while I try and hog the reward for myself. So if we reset the area by sitting down at the Site of Grace and go talk to Patches again, we can get the reward that he's trying to keep from us.
Hello again.
Yep, your Patches. What about my reward?
Sharper than you seem, aren't you? I was just holding on to it for you, you know. There you go. The reward for hunting Tragoth. All yours.
Yeah. Magma Whip Candlestick.
Cheers for that.
That is a rather goofy-ass weapon that's kind of fun to dick around with and mess with people in PvP, which I did with one of my other characters a while back. And yeah, I don't have the dex or the faith to use it. No, sir, I do not. But now that that's done, if we head into the capital, we can find our way into a place that strongly resembles the Round Table Hold, where we will find some neat treasures, and the other Volcano Manor request that we got from Bernal. Only problem is, how the fuck do I get there? It is over here. Now I just need to... Well, there's the entrance right there. But... Okay, I see. I go and walk down the big tree route. I think I might have mentioned that when I came through here before, but instead decided to head up and went and fought Phantom Godfrey. But it's nice and easy getting over there to the place. Also, there was a recent update, so that Coliseum there and the other two in the game actually serve a purpose. It's a PvP arena, just as everybody thought it was going to be. I might show that off in a future video, but not this one. I got other things on my plate that I want to get through in this episode. Namely, clearing this last Volcano Manor request, Sanctified Whetblade, Hammer, and then actually heading to the Erdtree proper, by my sword, Hero's Rune. Ah, so lonely. Yes, I could really go for a hug right about now that would drain away my life force. But I must wait. And here, we've got a rune arc, right at the Table of Lost Grace, or at least what looks very much like it. They love doing this sort of thing in these games, having like a safe haven, a hub, and then having a place out in the world that looks just like it, except all empty and lonely and decrepit. And we also find the coded sword here, Goodbye to Your Throne. And that is a dex, or not a dex, a faith weapon, which is right here. It needs 20 faith. Hidden sword once granted to the tarnished of the Round Table by the Two Fingers. A formless cipher comprises its blade, which deals holy damage. no shield can repel. Champions would gather at the Round Table Hold in days long past, when the Two Fingers were masters of oration, their flesh yet full of vigor. And I should probably take a look at that hammer and that sanctified wet blade. There's probably some lore. Took me a second to realize what I was trying to think of, but yeah, I remembered picking things up that I didn't read. Hammer comprised of a large stone affixed to a metal handle, originally a blacksmith's tool. The art of smithing is said to have originated among the giants. This weapon's striking attacks boast ample weight behind them. And as for that wet blade, it would not be in the item crafting, but over in here. Yep, there it is. Sanctified wet blade with a cipher engraved can be used as a whetstone knife when applying an affinity using physical or golden type ashes of war. An additional affinity of sacred or lightning can be chosen. Okay, no lore there. One of the less interesting item descriptions. Now, I know there's a side of grace in here somewhere that I'd like to activate before I go and jump down there and try to fight them dudes, because there is a possibility of me blowing it and getting absolutely effed in the A. And here we find another seedbed curse. Something left behind by the dreaded Pee-Pee-Poo-Poo Man, who is now the sex slave of a dead guy. And he deserves it. But yeah, I think that side of grace I was just talking about is on the lower floor, which can be found this way, but these stairs are broken, and I remember that because I slipped past this smithing stone here on my first playthrough and then fell down here, and then I was like, oh, but I wanted that. Got a little ahead of myself on that faithful day. But in here, we ain't finding a side of grace, but a black key bolt, Two Fingers prayer book, and I know that grace be here somewhere. Well, there's dudes making soup. Can't have that. No soup for you. There you go. Ooh, weathered straight sword. Has that always been in the game? I have never found this before. Straight sword with a rather short but wide blade, simple to wield, is known as the Sword of the People. Though the Erdtree styling is still visible, time has not been kind to this sword, now merely a shadow of its former self. Okay, so it's just the regular-ass sword that those peasants wield. It's either a very rare drop, or I just got unlucky before and never got it. But yeah. What are you? Ah, Alberich, or Alberich. Some dude's clothes. A dude with a weird name. I have found his clothes. And a smithing stone. That's great. Anyway, the grace should be in here. Right there. And another painting. I don't know if I've talked about these paintings yet, but if you go to the place that they show, you'll find a ghost sitting in a chair, and then you get an item out of him. A special treasure. I think I might have talked about that, and I might have shown it off earlier in the game. But anyway, now that we got that grace, let's invade the world of Vargram, the Raging Wolf, and errant sorcerer Wilhelm. This should be interesting. Oh look, there's a thing about the Colosseums popping up in the loading screens now. Howdy, Bernal! Let's kick some ass! You boys is about to get some frosty ice sword going on up in here. There you go. That. Okay, that did some damage. So, yeah, Bernal, do that red thing that you just did. Now, I'm gonna take you out. And now it's your turn, Wilhelm. You stop doing that. Quit swinging at a dead man, Bernal. Do something about the guy who's alive. No drinkies for you. You are not allowed to have the drinky juice. That is a privilege reserved for people who are me. And now I do the smartness again while Bernal keeps swinging at your corpse. And smart. And now I think Bernal's gonna give us a sorcery when we go back to the Volcano Manor. And we also get the poster boy armor, the Raging Wolf set. So let's go get our prize from Bernal. Well fought, brother.
I had hoped you'd soon return. I have the reward from Lady Tanith. Take it. It's yours, by right.
Gelmir's Fury.
Let us tread the path of the recusant together, till we reach the miserable death that awaits us.
If you say so.
You're still alive, I see.
You haven't left my sight, I see. And yeah, you just got some Ashes of War that I don't feel like buying. So, I wonder if I can actually use Gelmir's Fury, or if that needs some faith to be used. I know there are some sorceries that are like that. Now, let me see. If anything, I'll probably replace the Gavel of Haima. Now, yeah, that's a faithy boy. But I could also cast Magma Shot. That doesn't require as much faith. Oh damn, I have not been using Stars of Ruin. Got that spell, just never equipped it. Of course, I wasn't smart enough to use it back when I first got it, but now I am. And now that we've done those things, I think it's time we went straight up to that Erdtree properly. Wait, did I actually go further than this? No, I did not. I stopped right here after beating Phantom Godfrey. And this is the way that leads up to the Erdtree. But there's also some things I'd like to grab before I go up there. And one of those things is not over here. This just leads to a frickin' dead end. Gotta take the tree roots to get on up there. Surprised they don't have a legitimate staircase that leads up there, unless it's behind a door that just doesn't open because they don't want no filthy tarnished like me just putzing on up there. Which stands to reason. They really don't like the tarnished around here, from what I've seen. The way I was approaching Stormvale Castle, and then a dude appears out of nowhere saying, "Foul tarnished." Anywho, there do be a treasure chest. I'll take what you have in you. It is the Erdtree bow. Not gonna use it, but it is neat to have. Celestial Dew, ladder to be kicked, in case I end up falling back down into the room where we fought all that golden projection of Godfrey, which I don't see happening, because I can grab this item from right here, the Golden Quarter Principia. And I don't think I want to head over that way. As far as I can tell, there's nothing to do over there. Because if there was anything, I'd already done it because I came out on that side when I jumped down onto the roof. And now, yeah, we got this room up here where there is yet another Site of Grace. But it happens to be guarded by a Black Knife assassin. Then we got the stairs leading up to the Erdtree. And let's just deal with you. Oh, you stabbed me. And there you go. Now, alright. Yeah, there's that. And now there's a sword in your belly. Suck on that, you piece of shit. And victory! judging from how well that fight with the Black Knife Assassin went, I think I'm good to take on the dude that I'm about to be seeing up there at the Erdtree. Went and did other stuff because I didn't want to struggle too hard with this guy. But he might still be able to whoop my ass. I might be an appropriate level, might actually be too high of a level than they intend for me to be here. But he is still very capable of sticking things inside of me that I don't want inside of me.
Graceless, tarnished.
Well, there's a familiar voice.
What is thy business with these thrones?
And a familiar face to match.
Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania.
Ooh, show feet.
General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece.
Did you just do a racism?
Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
And now his cane is a sword.
Upon thy meager grave. Felled by King Morgott, last of all kings.
So your name is Morgott, and you decided to attack me earlier under a false name, and you called yourself Morgott. That is kind of a bad fake name. And, okay, that was early on the parry. Oof, you got them delayed swings, and now I got some juice inside of me. And there you go. And now that he's not fucking around anymore, it takes more than just 2 successful parries to throw him into the stabby state. It takes 3 of them, and parry! Just need 1 more, and then I'll be able to stick a sword all up inside of you. Oof! Why with this such big delay on the spear toss? That's just some rude-ass shit right there. And he's doing cartwheels now. And, oop, here comes. There you go. And here's the little pokey boy for ya. I know that shit does some serious critical damage. And, haha, parried that. That's what you get for opening with a sword swing instead of that glowing hammer swing. Oh dear. Well, take that. You were not close enough to get got by that. Okay then, oof. Alright, so while you're over there, don't go doing that. Well, how about a little Stars of Ruin for ya? Yeah. That's the shit right there. Oh, I used up all my stuff. So, you made a mess and now you blame me for it. That tracks. Uh-oh. And, ow. I was late on that parry. Now, oop. Okay. No, sir. None of that, please. I'm all out of my crimson tears. You made me drink all my juice, boy. And, well, almost out of my crimson tears. Okay. Now, I'm down to one last drink of my healing juice. And, okay. Shouldn't have tried to parry that. Okay, here comes the swords. I really need to stop trying to parry things. And you really need to quit delaying the tossing of your spear. That shit's annoying. Now, oof. Yep. And there we go. Yep. That's why you gotta watch out for Morgott the Omen King. He does a lot of nasty stuff to you. And I failed to dodge the spear. And, okay. We were close. Oh, so close. Let's buff ourselves up with a rune arc this time. Round 2, motherfucker. Please don't go rushing at me before I can grab my shit. Okay. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, up. Okay. There we are. Gotta remember that he likes to follow up his parried attack with more shit. And, okay. Okay, real bad. Alright, good. Oh, here comes that spear toss. There you go. Alright, I need to learn not to try and parry that lunge. I ain't so good at the timing of that one. Uh-oh. Now, oh, with the magic golden sword. Take that, you son of a bitch! Ooh, and you got that frostbite off on you. And while you're doing that, some stars of ruin! Yeah! Uh-oh. This time, another parry that I will blame on the game and not take full responsibility for because I am perfect in every conceivable way. Alright. Now, that's the hammer, which is made of light and cannot be parried. Okay. Are you just acting like you got parried there? Because you sure as hell did not get parried there. And, okay. Uh-oh. Doop. Now, just relax for a second, please. And, oh, come on now. Alright. Alright. Back it up. Back it on up. And, alright. Now's my opportunity to go. Oh, come on. I hit that dodge button. Don't you dare try to tell me otherwise. Now then. Alright. Okay. Too early with that parry. Too early with that one, too. Alright. Now, if you would be so kind as to let me drink my damn juice in peace. Which I know you're not gonna do because you're a giant asshole. There we go. Haha! Suck on that, Morgott. If that even is your real name. And you've lied to me about your name in the past being Margott the Fell. But now you're all Morgott and shit. So, how can I even trust you if you ain't gonna go telling me your name the right way? Now, here comes that spear charge, and dumb fuck McGee decides he doesn't want to fucking dodge. And, alright. Stop it now. Haha! And, oh, with the fucking delay. And the refusal to dodge again. Alright. Ha, take that. And the delayed swing. Hammer whammy. And now you're jumping up in the air with your spinny doos. But now you're dead. Demigod felled. Remembrance of the Omen King. And he's down on the ground all shriveled up and nasty. Take that. I jump on you. Yeah, suck on that. Suck on my jumpies.
Tarnished. Thou art but a fool. The Erdtree wards off all who deign approach.
So why even guard it?
We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord. Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as I.
Okay, now he's dead. Or at least laying on the ground quietly. And while we've got a moment, let's take a look at that remembrance. There it is. Power of its namesake. Though born one of the graceless Omen, Morgott took it upon himself to become the Erdtree's protector. He loved, not in return, for he was never loved, but nevertheless, love it he did. Well, sounds like a very one-sided love, if you ask me. Now let's take a look at these thorns he was talking about. Touched a wall of thorns. Ow. Stabbed myself in the hand. What did I expect? It's thorns. Impenetrable thorns refuse all. None may enter the Erdtree. Touch. Okay, fine. How about now? You gonna let me do it? Nope. Are you ready? Apparently not, because impenetrable thorns bar the way. Oh, look, there's a Cyto Grace that wasn't here before. Well, let's go ahead and smack that bezel. And then we'll just sit down and level on up. But we've got a visitor.
Hello again, old friend. Allow me a moment to converse with you. You are unable to enter the Erdtree, no?
True.
Prevented by the mantle of barbs. The thorns are impenetrable, a husk of the Erdtree's being that spurns all that exists without. The only way to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord is to pass the thorns. My purpose serves to aid in that very act. So I'd like you to undertake a new journey with me to the Flame of Ruin, far above the clouds, upon the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Then I can set the Erdtree aflame and guide you down the path to becoming Elden Lord.
Well, alright. And there we have the rolled medallion. Red mark on the map.
I wish to journey with you once more to the Flame of Ruin.
Yeah, you already said
Far
that.
then, and guide you.
Okay, so you're just gonna repeat yourself? Well, fine.
Shall I
I'm
turn
gonna
my
level myself
with
up.
me?
Make myself a
Your
big
thoughts.
old smart boy. Even smarter than I already am, and my dude is pretty damn smart now. But he's gotta be smarter. Because there is the matter of a spell that I ain't smart enough to use because it needs 60 intelligence. That is a spell I'd very much like to cast. But unfortunately, I am too dumb. Now, damn, only a couple thousand short of another level up. I know I also got some other staves that Am I? Yeah, I actually am smart enough to use these big boy staves now. Huh. But it makes all spells cost even more FP. That's a bit of a bummer. But I guess it wouldn't be entirely a deal breaker. Well, judging from the looks of it, I'd think Lusat's glintstone staff would be the better one. It seems to improve sorcery scaling more than Azure's staff. But of course it needs some level ups to be better than the one that I've already got. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that before I make for the snowy mountaintops of the giants. Before I go upgrading, what do you have to say?
Well, you managed to return. You know what this means. The Erdtree has spurned you.
Indeed
the
it has.
Fingers remain still.
They're up there like that.
By this turn of events, they are busy consulting the greater will. When they are finished, the fingers will again offer their guidance. But thousands, if not tens of thousands, of moons must first pass.
That's a lot of
No matter
moons.
for me. But you, how will you ever manage to wait?
I'll find a way.
Oh my.
So, I want to burn the impenetrable thorns.
Heavens forbid. That is not the domain of mere men. The burning of the Erdtree is the first cardinal sin. And you say you seek the power of the Rune of Death too?
I never
The
said that.
Rune of Death goes by two names. The other is Destined Death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation. Unleashing the rune now would be unthinkable. The fingers would never permit it. Nor would the greater will.
Well, I got two fingers for them. Boom!
But here we are. The fingers dormant, severing our link to the greater will. The realm and all life in ruins. Impossible events transpire beyond the ken of the fingers. Who is to say that the cardinal sin must be cardinal forever? Go on. Finish the job. Take the course you deem most worthy.
Right, I'm gonna burn them thorns. But how do I burn the thorns?
You must find kindling. Only the smoldering flame in the great forge of the giants on the highest peak in the lands between can burn the Erdtree. But special kindling is required to reignite the flame. For the flame to burn the Erdtree, a sacrifice is needed. Of one who envisions the flame and can lead you to the Rune of Death.
A sacrifice
Go forth.
is needed. Melina said something about burning the Erdtree. So you might have already guessed what that entails. She gonna sacrifice herself to burn the tree, but there is a way to stop her from sacrificing herself. but doing so makes it to where she absolutely fucking hates you. Small price to pay, really. Anyway, I got a staff that needs to be upgraded. Now that's a staff. But anyway, I was just mentioning a way to prevent Melina from sacrificing herself. And to do that, we need to head back into the Subterranean Shunning-Grounds. Because there is a path down there that we could not go through before. Even if we had found it, it would have been blocked with a magic seal, and it would say, sealed by Morgott the Grace Given. And a similar seal that was always invisible for some reason, blocked the way leading up to the mountaintops of the giants. But now that Morgott has been taken care of, we no longer have those seals in the way. And oof, we are taking a beating from this big guy. So let's go ahead and try to parry his foot, which didn't fucking work. Now, let me just poke you in the butt. The only reason I'm fighting you is because I want to get some runes to get a level up going. Because I'm close to another level, but just a little short. And I'm pretty sure these dudes give a nice, hefty amount of runes. Oof. Why you gotta do that to me? I'm surprised I ain't getting Carian retaliation blades coming out of that golden stuff you're vomiting at me. But hey, there you go, a nice little parry all up inside of your face hole, and victory! Not as many runes as I was hoping for. Oh well, I'll kill this dude, and then maybe use some of my pocket runes to bridge the gap. Oh, what's Melina have to say now?
Think not of the kindling.
I am
I
thinking
shall
of the
see to
kindling.
that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond. And that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Well, there you have it. That right there is what tips you off to know for certain that she plans on sacrificing herself to set that damn tree on fire. And I ain't about to let that happen. I did tell you twice already that you can stop her from sacrificing herself, but she hates you because of it. Well, it's better than her being dead, and you need to not jump down and chop my ass in half, okay? Yeah, enjoy that fall damage, you little turd. And you up there, have a taste of some of that. Now, if only every one of those had hit you, you probably wouldn't have survived. So, yeah, we got these little gargoyle bastards in here. And a lot of them, too. Okay, let's go ahead and lock onto the one that is actually a threat and not the one clinging to the pipe down there, please. Now, if you had done that, you wouldn't be dead right now. Stay right where you are, you son of a bitch. I was hoping that would have blasted him off the pipe. Send him plummeting to his death, but apparently that's too much to ask for. I'm fine with that, and I'm also fine with you not landing a hit on me, and that's a perfect angle right there. Okay, there you go. You just had to pull a quick Wile E. Coyote before you went down. I'm cool with that. As long as you actually fall, it's all good. There you go. Now, yeah, there's also you. You're gonna be a bitch when I try to go get my shit back. So I can't allow that. Yeah, fall to your death, just as nature intended. So... Alright, I think I took care of all the ones that were gang-banging me just a minute ago. Now then, I think I want to head over that way. But there is, of course, some more dudes. And I can't tolerate dudes. They are annoying. Just gotta send them falling to their deaths and maybe chop a few up if they aren't in the proper position to be launched into oblivion. Okay, lock onto the one that is actually a threat and not on the other side of the goddamn map, please. I heard his swinging. I knew he was coming. But the game's like, hey, look at that guy. And we got another one. Well, come on, you great sword-wielding prick. Good luck hitting a man with that big-ass thing, you slow little bastard. You're so damn slow that you actually still had your wake-up invincibility when I tried to hit you. Did you just fall through the floor? He just fell through the floor. Funny how that works out in my favor from time to time. Anyway, somebody coming to get me. Okay, there you are, throwing your shit. And I want to say somebody's gonna try and drop down and ambush me while I go for you. But it's very good to see I was wrong for once. I do like being wrong. If I'm wrong about something that would be bad for me. Okay, this isn't the way forward. It leads to a rather pointless shortcut. I mean, if I do go this way, it'll get me past most of these gargoyle dudes, but I'll also have to deal with one of those big omen guys. And I might as well open it while I'm here. I know you're waiting over there to ambush me. And, uh-oh. Oh, come on now. Up with the fucking golden vomit, and now there's the foot, and there you go. That's what you need. It's what you deserve. Getting all stabbed up in your face hole. Uh-oh. That's a thing that can be turned against you with a little Carian retaliation. And it also seems to have buffed your weapon. Alright, you do that, and don't get stabbed in the back like you're supposed to, apparently! Haha, idiot. Ignoring the big fat bastard who killed me last time so I can do this. Alright, excellent. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to fucking move, because fuck those guys. They might be able to follow me in here, and if that's the case, that would be bad. And it looks like that is the bad. So, maybe if you ain't gonna go shooting at me, I can get you to lunge at me from over this gap here, and that will make you fall to your death. Like I'm hoping, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So, there you go. Now, why you gotta follow me like that, mister? That is your biggest mistake. There, problem solved. With the power of gravity. And I ain't talking gravity magic either. Now then. think I want to drop down onto that pipe there. First off lever, and then time for down. Yeah, I already hit that lever, so we will come down here. Prawn ahead. Yes, there is a giant lobster or two here that will make things difficult for me down here, especially considering that I just shattered my leg bones. Now please don't see me, I'm hiding behind a sewer pipe. You can't see shit. Hey, there's that fat boy who just fell down here. And there's another prawn. That's great. Shit. Okay. So I'm just gonna hope I can get away from you and hope you don't snipe me while I run like a bitch. Okay. We're safe. We made it to safety. I can turn on this site of grace. And then I can reset you. And while you're reset, I can make a mad dash out there where he is and grab an item that is right here behind him. And Moog's Shackle. That'll be helpful if I remember to use it. Now, I want to say it's this elevator here that is the way I want to go, because it's either the stairs over there or this elevator. One leads to the place I'm trying to get to, the other leads to a dungeon. And it would seem that this is the way that leads into the dungeon. So, stairs it is. Because I don't feel like doing that dungeon. And if I remember correctly, I think that dungeon has a way of looping you around into a identical looking room that makes you think you went through there before. Okay, no, this is the dungeon. This is the dungeon. The stairs with the dudes up there is the way I want to go. That's right. That is right. So, the dudes up here, they will respawn infinitely until you go over here and get through this illusory wall and kill the spirit collar snail. So, there you go. That's a problem solved. And we got the Halink Drake Talisman +1. And that is a very nice talisman to have if you're going up to against somebody who likes to deal holy damage. And apparently there's a Halink Drake +2 that I just never found. I was playing with my brother and friends before, and they were saying, oh, use the Halink Drake +2, and I was like, I don't have that. Where do I find that? And this leads us back to that other shortcut. A much less pointless shortcut that is still kinda pointless because we have a site of grace down here. So, that begs the question, where the fuck do I go from here to get into the Subterranean Shunning-Grounds more properly to find my way to the thing that I'm trying to get to? I don't remember it being down here with the prawns, but it might be. So I'm gonna try and kill you and your buddy over there and hope that gives me a way to find my path through here. And now that you're on the ground, I can just stab you in your soft little underbelly. There you go. Now, let's take you out, maybe get stabbed in the face a time or two. Are you trying to grab me, you lobstery fuck? Well, why don't you grab that? So... I do think I am remembering this area very wrongly. Or I might be remembering right, and if I'm remembering right, then there ain't no path to take down here. Jumping down here only leads to Moog's Shackle, which is very useful against a certain boss, and it allows you to cheese the living fuck out of him later on, but I don't plan on cheesing him. Now, alright, just let me land some of these jump attacks on you. I want to stab you in your lobster belly. And take that! And give me that belly, man. You got that lobstery lobster belly, and it needs a sword inside of it. Now just be still. Don't you try and spray your goo on me. There you go. Lobsters slain. Give me your strip of white flesh. So... yeah. Really looking like this ain't the way I want it to go. Now that I think about it, pretty sure the way I want to go is the same direction I went to get to the Dung Eater, or as I like to call him, the Pee-Pee Poo-Poo Man. But instead, I take a different turn on that path, and that leads through a big maze of pipes, and at the end of it, we'll find a boss and a thing that will make it to where Melina doesn't have to sacrifice herself. So... we'll go through that the right way in the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one.